You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Five reasons many are calling for the release of Nnamdi Kanu from prison before 2027 election. What's up, people? Well, today's news is on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Reasons people are saying, and we're all begging for him to be released before 2027 election. So, let's get into the news of the day and see the details, and hear the details rather, of what's going on. The continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu, leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, has been a subject of national controversy, sparking intense debate across Nigeria. Kanu's detention has remained a sensitive issue, particularly in the southeastern region, where several political leaders have persistently called for his release, citing concerns over the escalating security challenges in the area. Among the prominent voices advocating for Kanu's freedom in Labour Party's presidential candidates, Mr. Peter Obi, who has repeatedly urged the federal government to consider releasing the IPOB leader. The appeal for Kanu's release comes at a time when the security situation in the southeast has deteriorated, leading to widespread calls for action to restore peace and stability. In a significant recent development, governors from the Southeast region have resolved to meet with President Mohamed Buhari, Jesus, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to discuss the possibility of Kanu's release. This initiative highlights the growing regional demand for a resolution to the matter, despite comments from the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi, who has described the charges against Kanu as complex and insists that the matter can only be resolved through a competent court of law. The increasing calls for Kanu's release have led to widespread discussions on why his freedom is considered crucial by many stakeholders. Below are five key reasons why various groups and individuals believe Kanu should be released, focusing on human rights dialogue and peace, legal fairness, political stability, and public sentiment. Human rights concerns. Nnamdi Kanu's prolonged detention has raised serious human rights concerns among activists and international observers. Many believe that his fundamental rights to freedom of speech and assembly have been unjustly violated. International human rights organizations have weighed in on the matter, advocating for Kanu's release and emphasizing the importance of fair treatment under the rule of law. These organizations have urged the Nigerian government to ensure that Kanu's case is handled in a manner consistent with international human rights standards, adding pressure on the authorities to address the situation. Dialogue and peaceful resolution. There is a growing belief that releasing Nnamdi Kanu could pave the way for meaningful dialogue and contribute to peaceful resolution of the long-standing issues in the southeastern region. Proponents of this view argue that Kanu's release would de-escalate the current tension and open the door for constructive conversations between the Nigerian government and pro-Biafran groups. They believe that engaging in dialogue remain rather than relying solely on legal military means could foster reconciliation and bring about a more suitable, stable and peaceful environment in the southeast, which has seen increasing unrest in recent years. Legal judicial fairness. Another significant reason cited by those advocating for Kanu's release is the perceived legal and judicial irregularities surrounding his arrest and detention. Critics argue that Kanu's trial has been fraught with inconsistencies, raising concern about the legality of his detention. There have been claims that Kanu's rights to due process have been compromised, and that his prolonged incarceration without resolution undermines Nigerian commitment to upholding the principles of justice and fairness. Many believe that releasing Kanu could be a demonstration of the government's willingness to respect judicial fairness and rule of law, enhancing confidence in the legal system. Political stability. The unrest caused by Nnamdi Kanu's detention has been a significant source of instability in the southeastern region. His continued imprisonment has led to widespread agitation, protests and violence, which have further strained relations between the government and the people of the southeast. Those in favor of Kanu's release believe that freeing him could help ease the tension and restore a sense of calm in the region by addressing one of the root causes of the current unrest. Kanu's release could contribute to greater political stability in Nigeria, particularly in the southeast where his detention has become a rallying point for discontents. Strong public sentiment. Lastly, public sentiment in the southeast remains strongly in favor of Kanu's release. Many people in the region view him as a symbol of resistance against perceived marginalization and oppression. His release could go a long way in rebuilding trust between the government and the southeast populace, who feel increasingly alienated by the federal government's handling of the situation. By responding to the public's call for Kanu's freedom, the government could signal its commitment to addressing the concern of the Southeast and fostering a more inclusive, unified Nigeria. In conclusion, Nnamdi Kanu's continued detention has far-reaching implications for human rights, legal fairness, political stability, and public sentiment in Nigeria. While the legal complexities of his case remains a challenge, the growing call for his release underscores the need for a peaceful and just resolution to the tensions in the southeast region. Releasing Kanu could open the door for dialogue, calm unrest, and pave the way for a more stable and harmonious Nigeria. Well, my people, you guys have heard it. 5 reasons why Kanu needs to be released. One is the human rights concerns. They are concerned with his release. They believe that his release his release can what was that thing they said? Anyways, the human rights concern, the dialogue and peaceful resolution, the legal and judicial fairness, political stability, and strong sentiment are the 5 reasons why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released. Well, we have come to the end of our content for the day. Thanks so much for always tuning in. God bless you. Don't forget to stay safe. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. Have a lovely day. Bye.